Hello and a very warm welcome to Meghan and Harry News YouTube channel. The smear campaign against Meghan and Harry has been ongoing for 4 years now in the media. It's an international campaign across many platforms and includes many individual accounts. Individual social media accounts who put across crazy theories, ones that they wouldn't dare to put in the media because they could be so easily sued. So this is an orchestrated media attack that covers a lot of ground on the internet. So many people are behind it, so much time and money has been spent on it, and it's still backfiring, even to the point where idiotic accounts are regurgitating the most desperate crazy theories. One recently in the last few days is that Meghan was never really pregnant. Some are pushing that insane claim around. This is how desperate they are, how little they have. The negative campaign is still ongoing, but is failing spectacularly. This is a provable fact. The media might be full of stories of how Meghan and Harry's popularity is falling, but this is flat out lies. One only needs to look at the record-breaking success of the Netflix documentary and the record-breaking sales of Harry's book Spare to tell you that the public cannot get enough of Harry and Meghan. The recent Times Readers poll, which was a survey of 1.2 million people, placed them third and fourth. King Charles came way down the list. And then today we see here, apathy reigns after 16,000 Jubilee parties, only 245 to mark the coronation. This is from the Times, so as we can see, there are only a tiny percentage of people interested in registering their street for a party to celebrate the coronation. A tiny percentage compared to the Queen's recent Jubilee. This clearly illustrates that the royal family, the firm, now that the Queen has passed, is no longer popular with the public. If truth be told, it was already falling with the Queen due to her support of her son Prince Andrew, amongst many other things. Now, if we take those numbers of street parties being registered and contrast them with the Jubilee, that is a drop of 99%. It's basically 1% of the interest compared to the Queen's Jubilee. Obviously, this clearly illustrates a massive downturn in the interest of the firm. And they know this. This is why their attempts at getting publicity, their paranoid fear of Meghan and Harry's popularity, and the ludicrous negative stories pushed out day after day by the rabid, toxic media only highlight how desperate they have become. The public are just not interested. They don't warm to Charles. They don't like him. He has always seemed aloof and cold. This isn't an unusual trait in the firm, but Charles' downfall was Diana, and the public will never forget that, and understandably so. They dislike the way he treated Diana, they don't like the way he carried on with Camilla throughout the marriage, which ended in a disastrous end for Diana. They don't like that they now want to call Camilla the Queen, when originally it was going to be Queen Consort. Even Harry recently talked about Camilla being seen as the villain, and how she was desperate to resuscitate her public image, and that he and William did not want Charles to marry her. So is it any wonder that the public are not interested? Why would they? On top of that, in the UK and across the world, there is a crisis of inflation and food and energy prices rising, and here we see a man going to have a crown put on his head while travelling a carriage made of gold leaf, which I read a couple of days ago that is apparently worth an estimated £1.5 billion. This is an insane amount of money. The royal family, who take money from every UK working person, want to put on a coronation which is going to cost the public £1 billion, because it's going to cost £2 billion in losses due to the public holiday, then £100 million to stage. They claim it will bring in £1 billion in revenue, but that is still £1 billion lost. So a coronation event that's going to cost the public £1 billion, then have a man waving at you from a golden carriage that is worth £1.5 billion, and expect people to cheer this when they are in the middle of cost of living crisis, where people are struggling to pay bills and pay their food bills. While on the other hand, Meghan and Harry, who I really hope don't go to the coronation, they have left the royal family, no longer working members, are not a drain on the UK taxpayer, are financially independent, which in turn shows quite clearly that the royal family don't need to be taken from the public, and all the while becoming more popular as time goes on. And one of the reasons they are becoming more popular is for that reason, but that is a reason that you will never hear mentioned in the toxic media, because that is too close to the truth. Please share this video on social media if you can, as the coverage of Meghan and Harry is very one-sided. Please leave your opinion in the comments and I will see you in the next video.